when I ask you where you're going, note that in the first verse, just verse 20, in seeing this, it says to us that when they had, that shows you priorities. Paul prioritized. Some things come before other things. When this was done, then that. See that God prioritizes. When they had preached, now you see the purpose. God's people go to proclaim the glory of God. When they had proclaimed or preached the gospel. I want to call you to proclaim the gospel and not a gospel. A gospels will lead people astray. The gospel will call them to surrender to Jesus, the Christ. It said they preached the gospel, and in the preaching of the gospel you find the power of God. And they preached the gospel to the city, to everyone. We invite all. That the church is to look like a quilt. And as we come together in a high school auditorium or in our new facility in the industrial park or in a soup kitchen or in an orphanage in Kampala, Uganda, or anywhere else, we invite all. You preach to the city. You invest in the children of God who come. And it says that they made disciples. They made disciples here. This is the proof again. The people of God are the proof of God. It's in the making of disciples that you see the hand of God. It has nothing to do with how many people gather under a roof, steeple or no steeple. It's how many fully devoted followers of Christ. How many true divine disciples do you see? That tells the story of the ministry. And it says they returned. They returned. Watch what is about to happen. Let me show you the map again. Matthew, if you would put the map up. Verse 21, leave the map up and listen to this. When they had preached the gospel to that city and had made many disciples, they returned to Lystra, Iconium, and to Antioch. You look at that map. If you want to go home to Antioch in Syria, it's a short trip home. Where are you going, Paul? I'm going back to Lystra, Iconium, Antioch. I'm going back to where they stoned me and thought I was dead. I'm going back to where they chased me out of town with physical harm. I'm going back because God loves those people, and so do I. I'm going back because I've been commissioned and commanded by my Christ. And the same commands, the same commitments, the same commission that was given to Paul has been given to you and me, Christian. I ask you again, where are you going? Are you willing to go back to Lystra? Second question, why are you going? Why are you going? Is it out of obligation because I have to? Is it because I'm sick and tired and I'm fed up with this and I'm just going to cut and run? Is it because I don't really want the assignment that was given to me and I'm going to try to get somebody else's assignment or create one on my own? Or is it because you know that you know that you know that you've been called to go and to make disciples, to be a witness empowered by the Spirit of God? Is it because you hear Jesus when he says, as the Father has sent me, so I now send you? Do you go because you know what it is to have been miraculously captured by grace? Do you go because you know that the need is eternal and that damnation awaits those who do not hear and respond to the gospel of Jesus Christ, no matter what town they live in or where their demographic status may put them on the rungs of societal ladders? Do you go because you know that you know that you know? As Isaiah tells us, that one will become 1,000 if the Lord would use me to just be an instrument of touching one. Oh, what reservations in hell might be canceled. What new construction projects might be underway in heaven. Do you go because you know the love of God?